I think that if you give us a team entry into the show Survivor, we would definitely not win. We would self-implode. There would be fingers pointed and arguments. We would make that season entertaining, though.
I'll tell you right now. If I had to pick a partner real quick, it'd be Pucho. I'm not gonna. Doughboy would be the last month. I would do by myself before I pick Doughboy as a partner.
He won't get on his knees to chip the ice.
Yeah, he
don't
won't
want to
chip
put in
ice.
the work.
He doesn't want to do the
one of
work.
these entitled little 21-year-old shit dipshit.
Fucking bow tie little bitch. Better go shovel that ice.
That was a big ass bow tie, fuzzy,
And it was floppy.
fuzzy and green.
I mean, you could also be like, just jump on a game show, right? You could also do that and just try to win money. You know what I mean? Like, you could do that.
Very smooth transition.
You can do that.
Tony. I love it. What's the next topic, buddy?
So, as I said, you can always jump in a game show. But back in the days, you know, there was Jeopardy on all these random fucking game shows. What game show would you guys be on and you feel like you would dominate? Like, what's a game show? Like,
Family fucking Feud, all right? Back in the day.
damn. that
Yo,
quick.
me, Brian, Jeff, my mom, forget about it. We would destroy Family Feud, okay? We used to watch this shit religiously. All these dumbass families giving dumbass answers with their dumbass drama. Everybody hates each other. It's like, no, you guys are fucking idiots, all right? We would come and we would fucking destroy. What's it? So all I'm saying that who's the old Family Feud guy like back in the day? Survey says.
I forgot. Yeah, I remember
Yo,
that.
listen, Steve Harvey is such an enigma that
I
it
hate
just
that guy.
overshadowed everybody's appearance. That man.
Yeah, I don't like what Family Feud has become. It's like it's a comedy show now. It's
It's
purely
an
like,
improv show.
yeah. Like he's asking questions like, "What's something that your ex-girlfriend does better than your wife?" You're like, I gotta get a divorce on this show. Like that's what you're doing now. Like the fuck?
It's a good question.
It's a terrible question.
Nah, he's there to bring ratings to the show. That's all it does. That's why they do those stupid shits. They
Because
want
you
to
have
get more
the
views.
view. You're on the side of the corporation. I'm on the view of the poor fucking sap who's trying to win money on the show.
Now I'm the
that has to
corporate
like
guy.
fucking ruin his relationship to try to make some bread for his family. Like
That's hilarious.
that's the guy I'm on. I don't think you should be trying to ruin his life.
What would you guys consider Jerry Springer and Mari?
I don't
The-
think you win any money off of that. I think
That's
you
not
get
a
a
game
trip
show.
to a city and that's about it.
Yeah, that's not a game show.
The Jenny Craig show.
These are in game shows,
Yeah,
though.
but
Wait, that's a good tangent. which one of those stupid talk shows like Jerry Springer and Mario? Which one would you want to be on the most? Like which one would be the least worst one to be on?
Jerry Springer would be the best
I would want
one.
to be on Jerry Springer because it's the worst one to be on.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going full drama.
Jerry.
Bro, shout out to those cameramen that just follow them backstage, running
Mari's-
through all of that shit, bro.
Yo, they had like the best sneakers. They had to they didn't lose sight.
Them boys had them Velcro Sketcher S Pros. Like, them boys are just running through the whole fucking
Yo,
thing.
I feel like I would just go on Ricky Lake. I feel like no one got in fist fights on Ricky Lake. That seems like
Shit
the
was
safe
so
one to
boring.
go on.
That was a fucking sleeping
Yeah, Ricky
show.
Lake was boring. I'm here for the
Bro,
drama.
Jerry
baby.
Jerry Springer had like episode where like little people. I don't know what's the correct term. I forgot. Like whatever little people.
Yeah,
on
there was a
there,
lot of little people on Jerry
strippers
Springer.
fighting for their man. Like that shit is hilarious. This is
It was almost too much for me.
I love it.
I could. It was almost too trashy. I was like, I need something with a little bit more in morals.
Would you
Any
rather
more
be
Christians?
Would you rather be on the Jerry Springer show or be on Cops, but not one of the people getting arrested, just like one of the passengers in the car or something?
Cops all day.
Cops is
Yeah,
funny.
Cops
Cops
are
is
fun.
funny. Yeah, that's funny.
You might see some
Even-
shit.
Even though it's one of the worst fucking, if you think about what that show was just like, it was white people watching black and Spanish people being arrested, and like white trash people, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, it was really fucked up if you
So-
think about it.
That show probably did a lot of harm to
Yeah.
societal views and shit.
Yes.
I always loved it when it was in your city being recorded, though. Like, I
Yeah.
always, because I
Yo.
always had that hope to see is, do I know somebody that's going to get pulled over? Like, that's
I've only seen one person that I knew on Cops.
damn, you lucky bastard.
I've never seen anybody.
I would
I
love
think
to see that.
what happened? Somebody got killed. One of the cameramen or some shit like that got killed, and that was it, right?
I'm not sure. I do not follow the history of Cops.
It was running until like 2009 or something like that. It was running, and then like they got into a shootout. Some cameraman died, and that's the last I ever saw of Cops.
Damn. That's crazy.
Goddamn.
Give me a game show, though,
about how
that
much
you
filming.
dominate.
Like, how many hours of writing with Cops before they got footage for like an episode? That must be terrible.
Yeah.
Unless it was all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people felt that way.
Go ahead, Doug. Give me a game show that you think you would dominate.
I used to love those shopping cart game shows where you just used to pile shit in the shopping cart and mad electronics, man. Yo, I used to love it. Even in the 2010s, 2000s, they still did them, and people would always try to grab flat screen TVs and shit like that. And that wasn't even the most valuable shit in there. I remember when this one guy took nothing but iPhones, and yo, he made so much money, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Clever.
you run straight for the cameras and
Yeah.
now the smartphones and just
That's the way to do it.
Nah, yeah.
There
Snipers.
so you think you would win that game? You think you're quick enough? You think your hands you
Yeah.
could scoop you enough?
I don't know, though. You told us on the last episode that you kind of ran out of breath the first 10 steps. You got to run
he's
through
gonna-
that store.
Joey's gonna be on one of those flatbed bikes that he likes, the cargo bikes.
Yes. Or I'm very good at skipping. I know that sounds like I'm in third grade, but I can skip to my fucking loo. Very fucking good. So I plan to use the skipping power of just being in a really good mood and just be skipping through all the aisles and just like slamming shit into
I
my
can see
cart.
you frolicking through aisles. You can-
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I have two comments. One, I don't know why you remind me. Remember that like mid '90s toy Skipper? Skipper.
it.
Skip. Or was it Skip It? It was just a thing you wore on your ankle.
And you just spin it around. Yeah.
And it had the little counter on it, so it would count how many times it had gone around.
So stupid.
But okay, now, not to make Doughy seem like such a clown, but skipping is the fastest way to run downhill. So there's applications to a skip. If you ran
Really?
downhill, you would eventually lose your balance and just. Whereas you could skip forever downhill and maintain balance.
Where is this data coming from?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
And I lived on a hill in New York, right? We used to skip our ass down the hill.
That's insane. I might try that when I'm in New York.
You ever
There's a
ran
hill.
downhill and you feel you're slowly losing your fucking balance?
Nah, I fucking never lost my balance.
Oh, you're a liar.
You've
Then
never
you've never
been.
ran
No,
down the
he's
hill.
yeah. He's never been.
I have
where,
ran down
like,
hills.
You,
The shit was
you
almost
think
like a fucking steep ass fucking
I
incline.
promise to record Tony running down my hill when he comes up here.
Record that shit.
you
will
think
fucking
if you
face
Naruto run, you'll have more balance when you're running downhill?
No, I think
Okay,
you'll fall
arms
fast.
back. Yeah. You'll
The
be
problem
straight.
is running is the act of you're falling and you're just repeatedly catching yourself before you fall. That's what you're doing when you're running. And then when you're downhill, you're just falling that much more dramatically. So I think you just slowly, you eventually you just can't keep up with yourself.
It's
You
that you're
just collapse.
losing. It's because you're going top speed and you're surpassing your top speed because it's forced because you're going downhill with gravity.
Yeah.
So if you
But
you
that is
have
the
reached your
topic.
max,
It's
I'm
top
just saying
speed.
like my top speed is limitless. Like
Get the fuck
I'm
out
fucking
of
out here.
Damn.
CEO shit. Get on it.
Watch out for the cars on the end of the street.
Oh, I can't brake. That's the difference.
Unlimited.
I'm not braking. I'm going straight to the window like, yeah. Just fucking. What about you, Mateo?
Dude, I even competing as a grown ass man in this game show against a bunch of kids, I'm not confident that I would win.
Damn.
But Guts, dude, from Nickelodeon,
Oh.
Guts. I wanted to do all those things so bad.
I'm winning the shit out of Guts. Those little fucking kids climbing that mountain all slow and shit.
I feel like I could dominate those kids, man, but I bet a lot of those kids went on to become like world-class athletes.
Yeah, the fucking.
Probably.
But that one, maybe Legends of the Hidden Temple. I feel
Classic.
like I could have placed on that one.
I got Legend of the Hidden Temple here, and I feel like all but that fucking lily pad run. I'm gonna sink.
That lily
Yeah,
pad.
yeah,
right?
that-
You remember
that's
they used
good-
to
that's-
run on the water? That's
Yeah,
probably
that's
my
the-
weakness.
Same, dude. That's just going to turn into an episode of MXC, that most extreme challenge show.
Oh, that was the best.
Let's not
Wait.
even talk about those. Let's finish up on these guts
man.
first. Go ahead.
Dude, but yeah, I always wanted to run up that Aggro Crag. I want a piece of that Aggro Crag, that
Yes.
glowing rock. That was
You
my
don't
dream as a
remember-
kid.
Double Dare, the obstacle course at the end. I wanted to
Oh,
go through
yeah.
that obstacle course so
So
bad.
bad. I
Don't-
wanted to reach into that nose to get the flag.
It's fucking dig
Joey,
right in there.
I feel like as a child, you really wanted to be slimed at some point.
Yes, I wanted to be blasted in the face.
Damn.
Slimed. I always wanted to go to Universal when they had like the slime and stuff, and I didn't make it. I didn't make it in time.
That sucks.
Same.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go and check out the Nickelodeon studio. Seemed cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I always wanted to come
unfortunately-
to Orlando. To Universal Studios, the Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando. They used to drop that in every fucking
They,
episode.
they had that big globe with like the Universal Studios thing on it.
yeah. Oh
Oh,
man,
shit.
I used to want to go so fucking bad.
Now wouldn't be a good time to drop Dan Schneider's name, would it? Yo,
I don't know anything about this guy.
had very Nickelodeon has a very problematic history with their developers of their shows, camera recording people. It turns out that a lot of even the recruiters, like for the Nickelodeon shows, it just was a big pedophile ring. And when a lot of these young actors come forward and say like, yo, I've had to do some really fucked up shit as a kid, and a lot of people took advantage of me, it's very true. They had this guy, Dan Schneider. If you look him up, he created some of Nickelodeon's biggest shows. All That, Victorious, Kyle, whatever the Hannah Montana show,
iCarly.
iCarly, all like the prolific shows on Nickelodeon. This guy has had a huge hand in. There
Oh
are
yeah, he's the manager at Good Burger.
Yep. He even played a lot of the roles. So you can still find tweets today of like certain shows that he was account manager on Twitter, asking little kids to send pictures of their feet to the Twitter, like asking for kids. And I don't know if you've noticed, you'll notice that a lot of his shows have just feet in them, like on some Quentin Tarantino shit, but for kids.
That's
Yeah,
fucking nasty.
Yeah, there's been rumors about that guy for years, and yeah. I don't know if any of it's ever been officially confirmed, but the evidence is pretty fucking damning.
They quietly took him out a few years ago, like maybe 6 or 8 years ago. They told him like, that's it, like we have to sever ties with you, like you're but even like I said, it wasn't just him, it was the casting. When these young kids went to these casting vacations that were unsupervised by parents, they were told by the casting crew, like, if you really want to get noticed, you have to go out by the pool, make sure you wear your best bikini. And it's like how you say this 12-year-old, 11-year-old kids were being told this shit. And, you know, this shit is very fucked up. part of Hollywood.
That's awful.
To get back on a lighter topic, how would you guys like to be on like those Ninja Warrior shows and shit like that? What do you think? How far do you think you can make it?
That shit looks fun as hell, but man, I would not be able to do Ninja Warrior. The level of athleticism and flexibility and acrobatics involved, I don't have that, dude. I like lifting. That's about the limit of my like athletic ability, as far as like jumping 20 feet to grab onto something and spin around and to climb.
I'll tell you what, I'll outlast all of you guys in that shit.
Yo, the only thing more entertaining than like Wipeout and Ninja Warrior, Chive TV. Those two things S
How the
tier.
fuck do we
If
end?
you want someone to pay attention to somebody, just put on some Ninja Warrior, and then you're just like, oh my god.
Nah, the best show is the fucking, what was the fucking Asian game show? It would just be like ridiculous obstacle courses that was just kicking the shit out of people's ass.
What
Like
was
people would
that
walk
called?
and punch them right in the face.
That shit, and
They
that-
dubbed them. They used to play them on G4 TV, and they used to have the dubbed version. The dubbed version was so funny.
yeah, it is.
The what was it? It was MXC, right? It was Most Extreme Challenge.
It has to be, yeah.
But then but the original was like Something's Castle or something like that was the original version. I never watched the original version. I only ever watched
That
MXC.
shit was the best.
They had
It
the
is
boulders that
literally-
came down the hill.
It's like
favorite-
that game, the Fall Guys. Fall Guys is like a video game version of like that show. Like
My favorite
it's just
thing
like
was
a
the
bunch
intro
of shit. Trying,
to all
I would
those.
love to do something like that, especially if I could enjoy, like get to just like play there. You know what I'm saying? It would suck if you go and try and you lose and you're done, you're out, you can't try again. You know what I mean? But it would be fun to just like keep playing there. You know what I mean?
My best thing was the intros of that. They'd be like, they'll dub over their, everything was dubbed. So they'd be like, yeah, I'm going to win this thing. And then
that was
get
the
fucking smacked by the
Fucking
rock.
voices.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit
It'd be
always
like someone
made me
dressed in
laugh.
like a Sonic uniform, and then he'll say some shit about like Mario. He'd be like, I like to get mushrooms, and I am the best. And you're like,
That shit, bro.
someone fucked this up.
Yeah.
It was so good. The dubs, I love the dubs so
That
much.
shit was funny as fuck.
You know, a modern show that I think I could do pretty well on. Nailed It on Netflix. That cooking show where they make like the decorative cakes. Some of those people they're just really not great at cooking, and I think that I might be able to take them on some of those challenges.
Listen, I've ate some of your food. You're a good ass cook, bro. You're fucking salsa. I've never ate salsa like that before.
And he is Mexican.
Is that the first time you've eaten Mexican salsa?
Listen, I've never had an authentic salsa. He put that in my mouth, and I enjoyed every bit of
he
it.
had he had that pace from New York City.
All right, here's another one. All right,
Oh, damn.
American Gladiator.
I knew you were gonna say American Gladiator.
Those guys are way more fit than me, but I wanted more. God damn it! Like, give me those little fucking whatever the fuck those little Q-tip things are. I'm kicking everybody's ass. Ultimate
Damn, you're gonna
Warrior,
take out
my ass.
Laser.
What?
Oh, that
You're
was
gonna
his
take out
name.
Laser.
Laser,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. He's dead. He's done.
Damn,
Those dudes are fucking ripped.
those dudes were definitely juiced up on fucking roids.
I think, well, for me, Fear Factor, I feel like I'll dominate that shit.
Oh,
Fear Factor for me, I feel like,
Oh
bro,
shit! I forgot about Fear Factor.
put me in a fucking box with
You're right.
millions
They
of
be having to eat
cockroaches.
crazy shit. I seen you spit out sushi and gag.
Yo, it's about money.
I don't think that I could do Fear Factor. I don't have the faith in my ability to eat a bunch of bugs. The penises, I think that'd be fine. Whatever. Like
Close
that's
your
not
eyes.
that's not as gross to me as like when they just are like eating bugs and worms and shit like that.
Just close your
As
eyes.
a man who's had, when I was in Japan, I ate a squid's head.
Ugh.
I spit it out, and I it was like mushy and things. It's like I know that I'm not gonna be able to eat the other stuff, like a cold fucking bull's testicle. Like I'm not gonna be able to chew through that. Like
Just,
I guess
just
it
close
is
your eyes.
cold. It's not like fresh. It's not like actually well prepared or anything, right? It's just like
Just very
boiled and then given
slimy
to
and
you.
wet. Like,
You
Like
know,
a-
all that I remember about Fear Factor is this one episode where this mom and the son were like making out and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't. The only
Sure,
thing I
that was Fear
remember.
Factor?
Did the son have broken arms?
Did you
some
watch a porn parody of Fear
No,
Factor?
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
just-
a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. It was like a mom and son incest kind of thing. Vibes were going down.
You
It
know
was
what?
real weird.
Another one
What is the
for
what is the prize for Fear Factor? You get to punch Joe Rogan in his fucking face?
no, you just hit $1 million.
You
isn't
get a
it?
lot of money, right?
It's like $1 million.
Nah, to take the punch.
The Fear Factor money was weak. It was
It was
like
like
you're
10 grand
hustling
or
for like
something, right?
hundreds of bucks or like $1,000
I
bucks.
think it was like $1 million.
I don't
There's
think it was
fucking
$1 million.
million.
I think so. But
There's fucking 5 seasons of that show. You're telling me there's like 60 Fear Factor millionaires walking around?
I know what I think a good game show for us to be on that I think we would dominate is Cash Cab, where you get
That
in a
was
cab
actually pretty good.
and
I
they
like
ask
that
you
one a
questions,
lot.
and they'll either you lose, they're gonna kick you off the cab, or you keep winning until you get to your stop and you get as much money as you can. I think we'll dominate that.
What kind of
think-
questions did they ask?
Oh, random shit from like who was the 31st president, or
Oh, I don't even know. I lost right there. They're kicking me out.
there's 4
think-
of us.
I think that there's some Price is Right like games that I would do really well on. But I will tell you that grand showcase shit where you have to guess the prize, like the total cost for the prize that you have, I wouldn't be anywhere close. I would never win.
Damn. Don't
And
think
my
so.
best Price is Right moment is we had a jar of jelly beans at work, and I guessed the exact number of jelly.
What?
God damn.
You did?
I was like 681. You just put it on there, and I got it. I
What
don't
was
know
the
what I
prize? You
won.
got
Probably
681
like a $10
jelly
gift
beans?
card.
Badass.
And they announced that you were the one that guessed it on the dot.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
They didn't give you nothing for that.
I think I got like a gift card or something. It was like a little work thing.
Nice.
It's when I used to work at the elementary school.
Oh, I thought it was your job now.
No.
This is where we're gonna find out in the comments that Pucho Price is Right. Someone someone else guessed 682, so Puch was like 681, Bob.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that was the ultimate. Yo, those people who did that were actually pretty smart.
Those people deserve to be fired off through a catapult just outside of the studio. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. There are 2 shows that I want to mention, and both of them are hosted by Chris Hardwick. I don't know where the fuck he went. There was this pachinko one that he was doing that was pretty entertaining, where it was just a lot people winning a certain amount of money, and then he had another one called At Midnight that was
I remember that one.
heavily influenced by social media. Bro, it was one of the most clever game shows I've ever watched. It was nothing but comedians. He would bring in all comedians and like celebrities and stuff like that, but mostly comedians, talk show hosts, stuff like that, and have them on the game show. And it was very entertaining. I watched that show for years until it got like canceled. I guess he got more money somewhere else to do the pachinko show, so he ended up doing that. But he's very funny.
I think that if you give us a team entry into the show Survivor, we would definitely not win. We would self-implode. There would be fingers pointed and arguments. We would make that season entertaining, though.
I'll tell you right now. If I had to pick a partner real quick, it'd be Pucho. I'm not gonna. Doughboy would be the last month. I would do by myself before I pick Doughboy as a partner.
He won't get on his knees to chip
won't-
the ice.
yeah, he
don't
won't
want to
chip
put in
ice.
the work.
He doesn't want to
He's
do the
one of
work.
these entitled little 21-year-old shit dipshits.
Fucking
Like,
bow tie little bitch. Better go fucking shovel that ice. Like,
That was a big ass bow tie, fuzzy,
and it was floppy as
fuzzy and green.
you gotta look at it, right? You gotta be like, yo, who are you willing to get this bread? Right? And like, Doughboy's not the face that I want next to me when I hit $1 million because he's not gonna put that work in. It's not. It's
I
gonna
think
fail.
Mateo's the safest partner, to be honest.
How?
I think he made the wrong choice.
Mateo's not willing to go to the ends world, do what he's got to do, push an old lady out of the way.
The show's called Survivor. You
I
have
don't
to
think
survive.
you're pushing old ladies.
I'm pushing old ladies. You ain't gonna push an old lady.
I would.
I don't
Fuck
think that
that.
there's any.
She
I
lived
don't
the
think
whole life. I'm young.
I don't think there's
Oh
a tribal
wait,
where
you
have
said
to push an old lady.
survivors?
Which one did you
Oh, I
think it
thought you
was?
meant the show Race, where they had a race across the fucking country to get fucking things to like.
Oh, I forgot that was a
Where-
show. That one would be fun.
Yo, we're
Rat
not
race?
talking.
Yeah, I think
The
was it
Rat
Rat Race?
Race-
It was Rat
that's
Race.
the movie.
That's the movie. No, it's
We're-
The Great
the Amazing Race. The Amazing
Amazing
Races.
Race.
Yeah.
Yo, we're not talking about the most important piece of pop fucking culture. Road rules versus real world, baby.
God.
All right? Yo, these shows had me fucking pumped. All right? Yo, I was a fucking little teeny weeny bopper jerking off to all the hot women. I was like, oh my God, it's tits.
How do we always go back to this shit?
Yo, road rules versus real world. Yo, one of the greatest. Yo, MTV at one point. Yo, look at what ridiculousness did
Oye,
to
muchacho, tú estás
MTV.
enfermo. Tú estás enfermo. That's all I gotta say to you. You are sick. I don't know how do you go from game show to bouncing titties and teeny bop beating my meat and all in one. How do you do that?
Some say it's art.
What was that? What was that video game show on Nickelodeon?
Which one?
It was the one where at the end they put you in the VR and you had to like you would go through like the little like the video game world.
Fuck.
It looked awful. It looked impossible to win. Like you just had to like jump over boxes and duck under things, and it looked impossible to do.
It was
like
on Nickelodeon, right?
I
yeah,
remember
it's basically like
that.
the Weatherman technology, but you have to use that to play a video game. It was bullshit.
I think it was designed for you to fail, to be honest. But
How do you think you guys would fare in Wild and Crazy Kids?
What's that?
I don't remember what they did on that one.
It was weird shit. It was like real like summer stuff. It'd be like, here's a RC like boat. Go like drive it and like pop the balloons that are like on the water. Or there's one that they're like, you have to like cannonball and splash these people. Whoever splashes these people the most like wins the challenge type of shit.
Yeah.
And
I remember they had one where somebody sits on the balloon that's on the water and somebody else heavy jumps on it and they get launched and shit like that. I remember one like that. There was also a show MTV did, Silent Library, and there was like a Japanese version of it too that was really funny as well. Like that, there was hold the fuck up. We're not gonna talk about next. Niggas would hop out of the bus. Hey, my name is Nick, and I like bananas.
oh yeah, the dating
To
show.
walk out,
I forgot
and then
about
Then the
that.
girl be like, next.
I remember. Yeah, it's a dating show, bro. They'll jump out the bus. I remember this one dude jumped out the bus before he even got to the intro. That bitch, the chick screamed out, "Next!" He was like,
Next.
"Damn, I didn't even say next." I'm like, "Damn, bro, that's crazy."
it's sad. I don't know what happened, but TV got way less interesting. Like we just now have like TV shows now. You know what I mean?
It got way less interesting. You're absolutely right.
It'd be interesting to see if these kind of like crazy shows make a resurgence. Like I don't know, these shows just scream the 90s so hard though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. But
No, I
Yo,
definitely enjoyed
MTV
them
had
shits.
some pretty fucking crazy game shows as well, though. Like that was an era.
I
But-
Joe,
think they
like I used to go places that just used to have Wheel of Fortune on all the time. Like they're just
Reruns.
watching Wheel of Fortune. Like
Man, I wanted to spin that wheel so bad.
Yeah.
Which was the other one? What was the
Price
other wheel?
is Right.
Price is
Jeopardy.
Right. That was the Price is Right reel. I
That's what
think
you
that was
pull
the one.
down for.
Jeopardy is hard. I wouldn't win Jeopardy.
Yeah, Jeopardy. I do not have the knowledge for.
I would fuck up just trying to speak their shit. Got it being
Yeah, because
questioned
these
for
people
him.
got to say what is that shit is crazy. What is that?
Like, who
not a
was
way
the
to
team
speak.
that had Bill Russell playing? What is the Boston Celtics? I would have been like, Boston Celtics.
Exactly.
Like, fuck you, bitch, it's Boston Celtics. Like,
Yeah, that never clicked for me. Maybe we're some ESL fuckers though.
nah, so why you always saying we, bro? It's always a
You stay
were
trying
in
to
the
drag me
class.
down
you
with that
stay
bullshit.
dragging me down,
All right.
You
dog.
coming down.
Bitch.
Me
That's
and
why
my
you
pink
can't
shirt
be
were
in a
dragging
fucking
me.
amazing race with me because you want to be the anchor, nigga. I'm trying to be free. Damn. All
Ever see
right,
Rat
but-
Race? Doughy would be the Mr. Bean character. He would end up like
Facts.
basically winning the entire thing through some kind of crazy random nonsense.
That, and I'm the kid who needed to take a shit in the car, and then I'm prairie dogging it. I'm prairie dogging it.
That shit was crazy.
That shit is funny though. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you lasted this long in this episode, don't forget to subscribe. Share us. We're on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like everywhere. If you could think about it, we're there.
I'm thinking of making a Grinder account.
Also, share, subscribe to YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. It's a little bell right next to it. Hit that for the hot, ready, fire videos. Hit it. And yeah, don't be afraid to comment. And also give us an answer about Doughboy's shirt. What color you think it is? Peach, orange, or is,
Yellow.
yellow?
Yo, those nipple stains?
Yo, that is beast.
They're like two dark
Those are
spots.
dark spots. Like, what the fuck?
You're mute.
It's the studio lights, man. The studio lights, they heated up about 30 degrees.
That's crazy. I'm glad Pucho saw that too. I saw that, but I didn't comment. Though.
I got some hot tits. All right.
Guess some dudes got the hot tits.
Sweat tits, sweaties. But yeah, thank you, and once again, go one up yourself, people.
Peace.
Peace.